The month of June was another positive for investment markets, but not for every aspect of it. We saw stock markets delivering very, very healthy returns for investors, albeit with some ups and downs during the month. So a little bit of nervousness about the arrival of the new sheriff in town. That's Kevin Warsh. He's the chair of the US Federal Reserve. It's their central bank, probably the most powerful person in finance in the world. And he gave an outlook that suggested that interest rates may be about to increase in the United States. Create a little bit of nervousness about investment markets, but we did see some continuation of some themes, particularly to do with artificial intelligence, and anything in that area just did extremely well during the month of June. Stock markets in places like Japan up about 5% during the month. In Europe again, very, very positive, but the US market just wobbled a little bit during the month on the back of that news, down about 1%, but overall investment markets continued their very strong run in 2026 with an overall gain in euro terms of about 1%. A stronger US dollar definitely boosted returns, and rising interest rates will definitely give the US dollar a lift. And we also interestingly saw the continuation of the slide in the gold price, really one of the darlings of the investment world last year. It fell about 10% across the month, and oil, that has certainly made on the front pages of our newspapers, down about 23% during the month of June. So a lot going on. The markets, are they looking a little bit beyond the conflict in the Middle East and saying it might be a fragile ceasefire, but a resolution is expected to be found at some stage? European Central Bank reacted to rising inflation by raising interest rates, a really important balancing act where they need to control inflation to some extent, but the recovery in Europe is also very, very fragile at the moment, so they certainly don't want to push the European economy into recession either. So overall, from an investment perspective, a lot of positivity out there. But the blockbuster news from the month was the initial public offering, or the public flotation of SpaceX. So this is the baby of Elon Musk, very, very high profile investor, very high profile launch to the markets. We've heard that this business is going to bring interplanetary colonization to places like Mars and to the moon. Quite ambitious plans that they have for the business. It's both an artificial intelligence play, it's got data storage play as well. It's going to be launching rockets into space. It's connected to the satellite industry. It's got a solar power part of the business as well. It's just an extraordinary venture, launching to the stock market with very, very high profile. It's going to be one of those parts of the investment world that's going to divide many. Some people believe that it's overvalued, others see it's the way of the future. Within our own investment funds, we have some allocation to that as a way of investing. But like all investment solutions available from Fairstone, what we do say to you is make sure that you have a reasonable spread of your investments across things like shares, bonds, some property and some cash. And diversification, really at times like this with so many ups and downs in markets, so hard to predict the winners. So Jack Bogle, the founder of Vanguard, one of the firms that we use to invest money on behalf of our clients, once used the phrase, "Don't try to find the needle in the haystack, buy the haystack." Looking forward to see you again for our next update.